You're live. Let's see. Alright, I see. Oh, you're really hungry and you're tired.
Yeah,
And thirsty.
I just watched myself sit for over an hour. I've decided to leave my hunger and rest and just do whatever is free, which is drinking water. And if I die, then I'll wake up after death um, much healthier. I kind of want to do it the hard way first and see if I can survive, just on hard mode. And tell me about your day.
Pretty good. Not much going on.
I heard
Might
about
get a PS.
a guy
Might get.
who. Oh, what's that?
Might get a PS5 tomorrow.
Do it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I want to get a. I want to get that new Dragon Ball Z game.
Typical.
Yeah.
Like the frame rates are better, the load times are better, uh, resolution is better, detail. I guess that's resolution. It it's nice. Sharing is easier. You're gonna love sharing on it. Although one thing I found strange is on the PS4. No, I should word this differently. On the PS5, when you double tap the share button and save a video, it doesn't like if you do it twice, the second one will include the broadcast from the first one. It doesn't like
Huh.
start over. So like what I would do on the PS4 is before I did something, I would double tap the share button, save a video that's just junk that I plan to delete, and then I would do the cool thing, and then I'd double tap again, and the clip would just be the cool part. But if you do that on the PS5, what you get is a junk video that's like 10 minutes, and then you get like a 20-minute video that includes 10 minutes of junk. And so I don't know if that's like a setting I can change. I tried to Google it, but I didn't get much out of it.
Mm.
Hey,
Oh, the moon's pretty.
So were you able to watch my video?
I haven't gotten to it yet, but I plan to. And I plan to leave a comment so that you have something to react to as if I were there live, but I couldn't make it live.
Yeah, you were probably tired. You sleep during the day normally, during my time during the day.
Yeah, I
So,
tend to stay up late and sleep during the day. Like
mm.
last night, I stayed up to 6:30 a.m.
What would that be my time?
9:30.
time.
You're 3 hours ahead.
Okay.
It's okay.
How do you feel about our relationship?
I don't know if you care about me, or if you just want to use me to soak up the bullets for you. I guess only time will tell.
We should play GTA 5 sometime.
I don't have it.
You don't have it for the PS. Oh yeah, you don't have it for the PS 5.
Well, the PS5, we didn't get the CD tray because it was cheaper.
Yeah, did you get the digital?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, nice is the CD one that gives you the freedom to use discs and Blu-rays.
Yeah,
There's a reason it's cheaper
but I
because it's not
used
as
to.
good.
So is it a big bulky one? Like is it big bulky?
It's bigger than the PS4. It kind of has a weird like
I had a big bulky.
pyramid shape.
I had a big bulky. Yeah, I had a big bulky PS5.
I'm getting Taco Bell. Do you like Taco Bell?
Yeah, I wish I could eat, but I still don't got that Cash App card.
Well, that's only $10,
Yeah.
right? Didn't I only send you $10?
No, you sent me 20 for
Oh,
free.
okay. Well, that's
Remember, but
twice as
I
much.
couldn't. Yeah, but I couldn't use the Cash App card. Oh wait, I guess I can. I can order online with it, right?
Uh, I haven't noticed vendors using Cash App. That's more for like people. Like you can transfer funds between like friends.
Yeah, but without the card, I need a card.
Well, like I said, one option is to find someone with a bank account who has cash, and you can trade cash for Cash App money, and they can just transfer it to their bank account, and it's no sweat off their back or sweat off their brow. What's the saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's not a problem because they're just transferring digital paper to digital. What if I just mailed you a $20 bill?
Go ahead.
It would have been a lot easier, I think.
Yeah, I'll hit you up on Messenger.
Okay, let's see if Deacon is bugged.
Deacon? Is that you? Like the design?
Ah,
It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off. Good, right? Lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps.
nope. It looks like it's running right.
Yep.
You were doing this last time I saw you.
Didn't recognize it.
Yeah, and then I died and quit.
About the job.
Uh,
The railroad
rage quit.
If I die in survival, I always on the stream.
Yeah.
We had a pretty sweet setup until the Institute found us.
No, I do that too.
And then some. The survivors.
So much work.
So we're getting
Yeah.
something important we had to leave behind. Let's find it then. We gotta do one thing first. We got a tourist nearby. He or she has information on the base. So let's pump him for information.
I like how he said he or she would then pump him for information.
So I'm looking for rail signs. Symbols we use to send messages to each other. If you like that, we got signs,
Yeah.
counter signs, dead drops, even a secret handshake. Alright, maybe the handshake. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us.
You're injured.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to die so I can live back to before I got crippled.
Here we go. Rail sign.
You can always jump off the bridge.
I could always throw a grenade at my feet.
Yeah.
I could always just hit options load. But I'm doing things the hard way. I want to see if I can get through the entire Institute battle crippled.
Crippled.
Yep. I like how Deacon's just watching me limp instead of offering me a stim pack.
Oh, that's dedication.
I'm getting Taco Bell, it's gonna be so good in my belly.
Hmm.
I'm not even hungry, I'm just eating because I'm fat.
Throw me some tacos. I'm hungry.
I already screwed up my PS5 controller. It's like 10 days old.
Right there.
What
I was
controller?
My PS5 controller, I was eating peanut butter, and I guess some of it got on my thumb because the joystick has peanut butter on it. How do you get peanut butter off a joystick? I tried washing it and now it doesn't work. I could probably put the music on, that'd be nice. I have a video that's just an hour of me lockpicking in combat, and it's just combat music. High quality videos brought to you by Brutolf.
Nice.
It's such garbage.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, a paintbrush. I need that.
Don't leave anything behind that might be useful.
I won't, Kate. Do I have any grenades? Yes, I have a pulse grenade. I will need it soon. I thought there was a ghoul in this bus.
I'm going live.
Okay. We're gonna have 2 lives?
Yeah, why not? Oh, what do you mean? Like on the game? Because I'm gonna play Resident Evil 6.
Well, like, maybe we should get out of the party then, because you're gonna be talking about your game, I'm gonna be talking about my game, and for both lives, it'll be confusing for the other person.
Uh, no, we could just chat.
Cool. I like chatting.
Don't worry, it won't get confusing. I won't get confused.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start blasting zombies with my infinite uh, magnum. My what is that? 50,
44
40
Magnum.
yeah, 44 magnum.
There's other Magnums, like the 357, that's a popular one. 44 is bigger.
See the plus in the center? That means there's an alley.
I wonder if I should switch to my charisma gear and try to influence this guy. Yeah, I will. I could use some water.
Hey, hi.
So you're drinking some.
Geiger counter?
You drink water in the game and real life.
Yeah.
I got one built into my Pip-Boy. Wait, what? Easy there. He meant to say, mine is in the shop. That's better. My heart almost burst out of my chest. Who the hell are you? HQ said they were sending one agent, not two.
I've never tried to not use the rail sign or the code phrase when he says, "Do you have a Geiger counter?"
Was dead. About goddamn time you headquarters bastards got here.
Alright,
With that little smoke'em's jaw of yours.
let's get back to it.
Goddamn
Okay.
sons of bitches!
Do you like second date updates?
Second date updates, what's that?
That's where you go out on a date with somebody, you like them, they don't call you back, so you email the radio station, they get them on the line, and find out why.
What do you mean by chrome dome synths? You know, them early model synths. Looks like metal wrapped over mechanical innards. You see them here and there doing who knows what for the Institute. I appreciate all you've done. I hope it helps. I really do. As soon as it's safe, I'm getting the hell out of here. So if you need anything else, better ask soon.
Campaign. Secondary low? What?
What's happening?
You said secondary low.
I don't remember saying that.
Ah, okay.
What have you been
Secondary what?
smoking?
I don't
Secondary
know.
what?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't. I have no idea. I said something about a call sign.
Call sign, okay.
The the I forget what Deacon calls him, like a traveler or an agent or something. Um, Ricky something. The sniper with the medical supplies before the Slocum Joe's Institute Railroad quest. Um, Instead of saying my Geiger counter's in the shop, I said when he said, "Do you have a Geiger counter?" I said yes, and he was like, "What?" And the Deacon's like, he meant to say mine is in the shop, and so there's no consequence for getting it wrong.
Hey, Ricky. You need something else? You scavenge anything that can help us? We're risking our lives out there. Oh, hell. I suppose I could spare you. I don't want your death on my conscience. We're assaulting the base. Once we strike, use your rifle to pick off anyone you can see. A lot of lives are depending on us. It's always just one more goddamn thing until I'm 6 feet under or bleeding out in some godforsaken ditch. Screw you.
Wait, is my charisma low for some reason? Charisma -5. Yeah, that would explain it. Now, if I were trying this sort of trick without tier 3 life giver, my health would be at 1. But even though I'm taking periodic damage, since I'm healing, it's staying at maximum.
Well, isn't Ricky just a ray of sunshine? You think he's telling the truth?
I think he's hiding something.
So you don't trust him? My guess is
The tunnel has got to be easier.
easier, but
I think I will at least try to eat.
What, in game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would probably be good.
Do you know if there's a sleeping bag or something on the bridge to Ricky Dalton?
No, I have no idea.
You seem to know where all the beds are.
Yeah. You asking me for where a bed is?
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm on the bridge before you enter Slocum Joe's. For the railroad deliverer quest.
Second road.
I mean, I'm not
Oh,
far
you're on.
from...
Are you on top of the bridge still?
Yeah.
Um, there ain't no bed up there on the bridge.
I didn't look that hard. I didn't think there was one. But I kind of don't want to sleep in it anyway, because that would save my crippled state. And I'm kind of hoping to die and reset to alive and healthy. I just want to do it on the hardest mode possible, which is crippled. Do you mind if I meditate, or what I'm really saying is, do you mind if you hear it, or should I mute myself and do it privately?
That's up to you. I don't mind.
All right, well, that's kind of what I was asking, is if you would mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It won't take long.
Oh, you're fine.
Welcome back to Basics and to Session 2. So yesterday you took your very first 3 minutes. Now for some people, the first time you meditate is a little more difficult than expected, whereas for others, it's surprisingly easy. Either way, remember that the mind is always changing. So this exercise is always going to feel a little bit different. But more important than that, this is a new skill that you're learning. So at this stage, it's about becoming familiar with your own sense of rhythm. Allow the process to unfold. So with that in mind, just take a moment getting comfortable. Remember, eyes open, a nice soft focus. If you wish to choose a focal point for your eyes, let the gaze be soft. And then when you're ready, just take one big deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe out, gently closing the eyes, feeling the body press down so that you can sense the contact on whatever base you're on. Feel your feet and legs on the floor, the hands and arms on the legs. a moment to notice your environment. Notice any particular sounds. Just allowing the sounds to come and go in the same way that you allow your thoughts to come and go.
One sec. Richard, do you know of any way to make Fallout 4 louder than Master Maxed and Music Maxed? And my
No.
headset is also maxed. It just seems really quiet still. Like combat music is loud, but idle like you know like the idle music,
Yeah.
like the regular music, like it's super quiet. I could switch to a TV output and turn it way up, but then I'm concerned while I may enjoy the sounds better in the moment, in the broadcast, you'd get an echo.
You get an echo.
Yeah, because your mic would pick up your broadcast would broadcast the game sounds primarily, and then your TV would output the sounds, and then your microphone would pick up the TV's output a second later.
Yeah.
Well, a fraction of a second later. Like I have a lot of streams before I got good microphones that I just use the TV, and like when you shoot a gun, it goes pow, pow. It sounds like you're shooting twice. Anyway,
I'm just killing a lot of these
How the body
zombies.
feels at this moment in time, and just starting to notice that movement of breath in the body. First, just noticing where you feel the movement. Remember, if you can't feel anything, just gently place your hand on the stomach. And then just becoming a little more interested in each breath. So just noticing if the breaths are long or short, deep or shallow. Remember, allowing the thoughts to come and go. Noticing when the mind wanders, then gently coming back to the breath again. Knowing that it's normal for the mind to wander, just acknowledging it and coming back to the breath.
Nothing better to cure what it isn't over.
And now, just letting go of that focus for a moment. And for a few seconds, just letting the mind go and do whatever it wants to do. Very gently, you begin to bring your attention back to the body, back to that feeling of contact, back to the sounds and the space around you. Gently begin to open your eyes on your own time. And just as you did yesterday, take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Do you feel different than you did before the exercise? So in many ways, this is a really simple exercise, and we have so many expectations about what might happen. Sometimes that can get in the way of the process. But remember, this exercise isn't about getting rid of thoughts. It's about getting comfortable with thoughts, learning to focus a little more, but most of all, being at ease with the mind as it is. I'll look forward to seeing you back here for session 3.
Okay, I don't think I really did it. I was mostly playing the game.
There's gonna be a. What you talk about your meditation?
Yeah.
It sounded nice.
I'm gonna see what else this app has. This is called Looking at Problems.
Of a problem for an answer, then we've not properly understood the problem. The question and answer are not separate. We find the latter by exploring the former. So this might sound, at first glance, this might sound kind of obvious, but it's typically not how we go about our lives. If we have a problem with something, we may well look outside of ourselves, whether it's in blame or looking for a solution. Sometimes that solution has something directly to do with the problem. Sometimes it has nothing to do. We're simply looking to distract ourselves, to get away from it. But more often than not, if we examine the question and we look at the origins of the question, we find that the question kind of answers itself. In fact, in meditation retreats, in long meditation retreats, and I often went months without seeing a teacher, a burning question would come up in my mind, and I'd think, oh, I must remember that question. I really need to kind of get that answered. And then actually in sitting with that question, not trying to think about it, but just sitting with it, allowing sort of the days to pass by, actually the question became almost irrelevant. It wasn't that there wasn't an answer, there often was, but it kind of didn't really matter. And that's because the mind wasn't looking outside for a solution. Instead, it was going inside, looking at the cause and the origin of the question. And if we can do that on a more regular basis, and we start to experience a mind that's not only sort of more spacious and free, but also a mind which is less talkative, where there's a little bit less discussion going on. So just take a moment now to get comfortable. I'm going to begin with the eyes open and taking a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, just gently closing the eyes. And closing the eyes, becoming more aware of the physical senses. Noticing the sensation of weight, contact, pressing down. Noticing different sounds around you. So just settling in to that space. And noticing how the body feels. Whether there's a sense of heaviness or lightness in the body.
Bless you.
Now as you sit there, as you pause for a moment,
Thank you.
just allow your attention to rest on the breath,
So it's
that rising and falling sensation. Doesn't matter where you feel the movement, just following that rising and falling sensation. Place your hand on your stomach if you find it easier. So every time the mind wanders off, realizing it's wandered, and just gently bringing the attention back again. That rising and falling pressing down. Just starting to notice the space around you again, any sounds, any smells. And then when you feel ready, in your own time, just gently opening the eyes again.
Let's see. Oh, Alex.
What's up?
Chillin'. No, I might as well watch your stream one more time.
Oh, is it the
I
end of the
won't put
meditation?
I'm not sure.
Awareness requires no system, strategy, or belief, only the willingness to pause, revisit, and reconnect with that which has always been. That's cool. This is called Find Beauty in Fleeting Moments.
Hi friends, it's Rosie here. Welcome to Radio Headspace. Today, I want to share a concept that has stayed with me ever since I first encountered it on a trip to Japan back in 2007. It's called Mono no Aware. Apologies in advance if my pronunciation is not great. It's one of those beautiful Japanese phrases that holds so much depth. It's about the sensitivity of things, the fleeting nature of moments, and the deep emotions that objects and experiences can stir in us. And it's a lesson I learned the hard way on that very trip. So let's rewind to 2007. Tori and I were so excited about visiting Japan. I, planned out every little detail. And I was eager because I had been deep into my Buddhist studies and learning some Japanese phrases. I imagined myself walking through serene temples, absorbing the peaceful energy, visiting beautiful botanical gardens, having tea, and exploring the bustling streets of Tokyo. But when we finally arrived, instead of soaking it all in, I felt this overwhelming anxiety. I was so wrapped up in following this itinerary, making sure we didn't miss a single thing. I found it hard to just be present. It was like I built up this perfect picture of what the trip should be, and when reality didn't match, I couldn't fully enjoy the moment. Has that ever happened to you? You plan a trip in your mind, and when you get there, it's not as good, or doesn't feel like you thought it would? Mono no Aware teaches us the beauty of impermanence, of noticing the subtle emotions that arise in the presence of something fleeting. It's about seeing the significance in small moments and letting them touch us, without trying to hold on too tightly. And sometimes, especially when we're caught up in expectations or plans, it's this sensitivity that can bring us back to the present moment. I remember one afternoon, standing in front of a small temple surrounded by cherry blossoms. It was supposed to be this peaceful, meditative moment, but instead, my mind was spinning with thoughts like, did we book the next train? Are we gonna make it to the next spot on time? Tori must have noticed the tension in me because he gently nudged me and said, hey, just look around for a second. So I took a deep breath, and for the first time on the trip, I actually stopped and looked at what was in front of me. The cherry blossoms were gently falling, carried by the breeze in a beautiful rhythm. And in that moment, I felt this wave of emotion. There was this sadness, but also this incredible beauty in watching the petals drift to the ground in a purposeless way. That's when it hit me. This was Mono no Aware, the awareness of the beauty in the passing of things. It was a realization that this moment, that these delicate blossoms would never happen again in exactly the same way. And instead of feeling anxious about what was next, I let myself feel the weight of that moment, the sadness in its impermanence, and the beauty in just being there. The next time you're in a beautiful place, or even just sitting with a cup of tea, allow yourself to pause. Take a few deep breaths and notice the little things. The way the light hits the leaves outside your window, or the sound of distant laughter. Let yourself feel whatever comes up, even if it's a little bittersweet. Allow yourself to be moved by the small moments, knowing they won't last forever. Mono no Aware is a reminder that life is full of fleeting moments, and it's okay to feel a little bit of sadness in their passing. It doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're truly experiencing the depth of what's in front of you. The next time you find yourself rushing through a moment or feeling like you're not doing enough, try to pause and notice what's around you. It's those small transient moments that often leave the biggest imprint on our hearts. And if you're looking for some extra guidance, check out the Sakura Hot Springs Sleepcast in the app. Thank you for listening today. If you've ever had a Mono no Aware moment, or if you just want to share what moves you, find me on Instagram at Rosie Acosta. Remember, life isn't just about the grand plans we make. It's about the small, fleeting moments that remind us of what it means to be alive. I'll see you back here soon.
That was nice to listen to.
Yeah. For practical advice, check out Radio Headspace. Okay, well, I could do that. This one's only a minute. Feel the benefits of 5 deep breaths. We can all do that. loving kindness with Samantha. Okay, let's give that a try.
Hi, I'm Sam. Thank you for doing this meditation with me today. It's so easy for us to get caught up in our own day-to-day struggles that we can get tunnel vision, forgetting that we're part of this grand human community and that we can tap into a feeling of empathy and connection even when we're practicing alone. Acting in allyship involves having many tools in your toolbox. For one, it's important to be present for and accept our own emotions so that we have the courage and capacity to dip our toes into the experiences of others without feeling like we're drowning. It can feel intimidating and scary to imagine the pain and suffering of others. We may fear that we'll get overwhelmed and dysregulated, compromising our ability to care for the people who rely on us. However, connecting with the experiences of others, even people we haven't met, can help us to see things from new perspectives and empathize. This helps inspire a genuine desire to support and be truly present and attentive for people we encounter in our lives. This practice is centered on a loving kindness practice. It involves connecting with a genuine feeling of care and concern for ourselves and others as we send phrases of kindness. Whether you've done this kind of practice before or are completely new to it, I encourage you to explore it from a beginner's mind perspective, greeting what you discover with openness, curiosity, and a deep gentleness toward your experience. So let's start by finding a comfortable seated position.
Done.
And just allow your back to grow nice and tall, letting your hands rest wherever they're comfortable.
They're comfortable on my controller.
And you can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And then just take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And take one more deep breath in through your nose. And very slowly breathe out through your nose. And then just let your breath be natural and easy, letting go of any effort to breathe any special way. Just give yourself permission to rest in the stillness of your posture, bringing to mind the preciousness of this moment and this time to practice. As you settle in, just begin to ask yourself, what called me to this practice today? Maybe it was curiosity and care. Maybe a deep desire to grow in some way. Just take a few moments to reflect on what brought you here. And if no answer arises, see if you can just bring some acceptance to that experience too. And now take a moment to appreciate your efforts in taking time to practice today. Just appreciating your care, concern, and your willingness to greet this moment just as it is. And then gently turn your attention to your body, noticing where you feel your natural breath moving your body today. Maybe it's in the abdomen as you feel it rise and fall with each breath. Maybe it's in your chest as you feel your lungs expanding and contracting. it's right at your nose. As you feel the air entering and leaving the nose. Just allow your awareness to rest in whatever spot you naturally gravitate toward today. Now just allow your awareness to expand from that one spot to other parts of your body. So starting with your lower body, just noticing sensations in your feet, your legs, your hips, and your abdomen. And then scan your upper body. Noticing sensations in your chest, your neck and throat, your back, and then noticing your arms, your hands and fingers, and then your face. If you discover any tightness or tension around your forehead or your eyes or jaw, see if you can just invite a feeling of ease without forcing it. And at any time in this practice, you can just drop my instructions and rest in whatever way feels comfortable for you. So begin to bring to mind a moment when you felt lovable. Maybe you can recall a photo of...
Okay, a moment I felt lovable. I would say when I was playing with my dog growing up. I felt like my dog loved me. Do you have a moment you felt lovable, Richard?
I don't remember.
What about with your parents?
Yeah.
Maybe they told you good job or gave you a hug.
Yep.
Okay, let's
They're
continue.
gonna get me a PS5, so I'll say that.
Well, if money doesn't show love, I don't know what else does.
Yeah, and
My parents got
hopefully
me a
they get me
PS5.
something. Yeah. Shoot.
Bless you.
yourself as a child, or a time you showed care to someone that you love. And just allow this reflection to open your heart as you invite a feeling of tenderness. And if this feels challenging right now, see if you can bring some compassion to your experience just as it is, acknowledging that it's tough. And now as I say these phrases of loving kindness, see if you can offer them to yourself by addressing yourself as you instead of I, as if you're offering it to a more tender part of yourself. May you be safe. May you be free from pain. May you feel valued. May you be loved. noticing any emotions or sensations that are present as you stay connected to the feeling of tenderness that may be present also. And now we'll bring to mind someone that you find really easy to love. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a pet. Just someone that brings a smile to your
Yes,
face.
could be a friend. Meditate with that friend, brother.
Yes, meditate with him. Or her. I don't want to assume your gender.
See if you can imagine a
Yeah.
moment when they were especially
Or them.
lovable or kind.
Or it. I've never heard someone want to be called an it, but if they asked, I would do it.
I identified
Send
as
these
a
phrases
log.
of loving kindness to this person or pet.
I always knew
Imagine
you were a
them
piece of
close
shit.
by and receiving your kind wishes with a lot of gratitude.
You're not a piece of shit, Richard. You're great.
May you be safe.
You're a wonderful friend.
May you be free from pain. May you feel valued. May you be loved. And now bring to mind someone who you may see on a regular basis but don't know that well. Could be a work colleague, a grocery store clerk, or someone else who comes to mind. And now imagine the invisible struggles that they may be facing in their lives with family, or health matters, or something else. Just allow your heart to open to their experience. And staying connected to the feeling of care as you start to send loving kindness to this person.
Oh,
May you be safe. May you be free from pain. May you feel valued. May you be loved. And just take a moment to notice any feelings and sensations that are present as you connect back with your breath. And lastly, we're going to just send some loving kindness to all beings in the world. So start with where you are, imagining the members of your household or people nearby. And then expand to your neighbors and all of the plants and animals in your neighborhood. And then see if you can keep expanding outward as you imagine a circle of kindness and care growing wider and wider across your country, past the borders to neighboring countries, until your circle of care includes the entire globe, all living beings, all plants, all animals and minerals, just holding the entire human race in your heart. We'll send these phrases of loving kindness to everyone, everywhere. May we all be safe. May we all be free from pain. May we all feel valued. will be loved. So take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Feeling the expansion and contraction of your chest and abdomen as you breathe. Just rest in the rhythm of your breath as you bring awareness to your experience right now. And just notice any emotions that are present, any sensations, and greet whatever you're feeling with acceptance and compassion. And then start to expand your awareness out to the space that you're in, noticing the support of the surface underneath you. Notice the temperature of the room and any sounds that are present. Just listening one at a time. And when you're ready, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then slowly open your eyes. So take a moment to notice how you feel after that practice.
I feel good.
Just remember that it can take time for our minds and hearts to open to tenderness. This loving kindness practice can bring up feelings of vulnerability and maybe even defensiveness, and that's okay. I encourage you to explore the feelings it brings up and give yourself time to journal about the thoughts and feelings that you encounter. Being an ally to others starts with being an ally to ourselves, giving ourselves the tools we need to access compassion, a willingness to be vulnerable, and spaciousness to allow ourselves to touch into the experiences of others. I thank you so much for trying this practice with me today, and I hope to practice again with you soon.
All right, that was cool.
That's peaceful.
It was kind of cool, like progressively widening the circle of people you were giving love and kindness to. Greet your thoughts with openness, curiosity, and gentleness toward your experience. That's cool. This one's good. Coping with political change.
Hello, it's Eve here. With any big shift that happens in our lives, it can naturally leave us feeling a mixture of emotions. There could be feelings of optimism, or maybe feelings of dread. I often have to remind myself that nothing in life is permanent. Things are always shifting and moving. Even our thoughts and feelings change constantly. And it's okay to acknowledge that change is scary or uncomfortable. You're human. But the more resilient we are, the better we are at navigating change with compassion and kindness. So I created this short grounding exercise to help bring you back to the present moment when your thoughts and emotions overwhelm you. When we're overwhelmed by change, we tend to start catastrophizing, which only adds to our stress. So inviting you to get comfortable, keeping your eyes open just to start with, taking in the space around you, noticing what you can see, taking a couple of slower, deeper breaths, breathing in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Now extending that awareness to the sounds you can hear, both close by and in the distance. Allowing sounds to come and go. But becoming aware of your body sitting here in this moment. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable, or lowering the gaze. And paying attention to any sensations that are present. You might feel tension or discomfort in the body, or simply just aware of your posture in this moment. Relaxing the jaw, softening the shoulders, feeling your feet on the floor. And noticing if there is a predominant emotion that is present. And not to change it, but just to know. Noticing if there's a predominant story or thought pattern running in the mind. Again, not to get rid of it, but simply to be aware. Recognizing that our thoughts and feelings don't stay the same. And gently focusing the attention on the breath. Feeling the sensation as the body breathes. Noticing each inhale, each exhale. Being with the breath. And extending an awareness to your entire body. And noticing what is here now. Maybe something changed, maybe it didn't. If you had your eyes closed, inviting you to open them, widen the gaze, taking in the space around you, noticing sounds. And a little mantra I like to say to myself is, this is just what it's like right now. It too shall pass. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for practicing with me.
That's cool. Let's see, what can we do? Ooh, mental health. Creating lasting habits.
Like any behavior change, sustainability comes with building habits, and the same is true for sleep. We've gone over like a whole host of different skills, and all of them are important. Some will resonate with you more than others, but I think two things are important. The first is They build upon each other. I really think of this whole course as more of a recipe than a menu. Sure, you can kind of choose some of the ingredients, but if you leave out the eggs, for instance, whatever you're making is not going to bake the right way. And that's true here too, that they build on one another.
I would like to try the progressive muscle relaxation. I think I see a lot of benefit in that.
Of all the things we've talked about, the worry window is the most exciting for me. I would love to try that out. I can do that today.
The second thing is that this is the beginning, not the end, right? You can practice these things in short bursts and maybe get some gains, but when you make it habitual, when you kind of put in the work and continue to do it, you're likely to see continued improvement in your sleep the longer that you focus on refining and enhancing these skills.
Coming to terms with the motivation of like what is my motivation to sleep besides just being a normal person? But I just want to be a good person. It seems so simple, but probably a very effective tool that will help me in the future.
Sometimes your sleep may go off the rails, may get worse with a stressor or something else going on in your life. And the skills that you've gained here can be used then.
I have tried to do habits, and I will do it for like a week consistently, and then I drop off and fall off.
It's important to have compassion for yourself. You know, a lot of people have dealt with sleep problems for a long time, and it can be easy to get down on yourself when new things you try don't work right away, or you are able to be consistent and then slip up. Those aren't games that are lost, and we can always get things back on track.
Now, we'll try an exercise that will show you how to build lasting changes. There's no greater feeling than realizing you're on your way to make positive changes in your life by starting a new habit. Out with the old and in with the new. But sometimes, once the thrill of starting a new habit wears off, it can be easy to lose sight of our goals, especially when we get distracted or busy. Like right now, a goal of mine is to incorporate more moments of rest throughout my day and really my life. This means having to prioritize certain things over others, like less screen time, better work-life boundaries, and more self-accountability. Which sounds great in my mind, but when life is happening, it can be really hard to put these into action and remember my goal. So, how do we build lasting change? First, being gentle with the expectations you have towards your goals. Try to make them realistic and achievable. Let's say your goal is to read more. Instead of setting out to read 3 chapters of a challenging book every night, start with a fun read that you'll really enjoy, and set out to read 1 page every weeknight. Then you can move to 5 pages, 10 pages, 15 pages, and so on. Make accomplishing your goal achievable and enjoyable. Next, anticipate obstacles and plan for them in advance. Maybe you'd like to feel less rushed in the morning and get to work on time, even if you work from home. You can set yourself up for success by planning ahead and preparing for what might happen. For example, prep the coffee machine the night before. Set a rule not to check your work emails until your workday starts. If you commute and your office is 20 minutes away, give yourself 30 minutes in case of heavy traffic. One more way to stick with the changes you've made is to remind yourself why you're doing this and why it's important to you. Try writing 2 lists to help you stay focused on your deeper motivation. On one side of a piece of paper, list all the reasons why you want to make a change. One example might be, because rushing in the morning makes me feel stressed. On the other side of the paper, you can list out how making a change can help better your life. Maybe it's something like, prepping the night before sets me up to be more calm and confident all day. Let's try taking the first step toward a change now. You'll need a pen and paper for this exercise. And we'll leave some time for you to write in between questions, so...
Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream here, but I'll stay in chat. and I'm gonna start watching your stream.
Alright.
So for the extremely unlikely chance that somebody actually watches this and wants to know who I'm chatting with, there's Richard420 Gaming, and the
What is
video that I am about to switch to, and I will continue conversation on. Do you know the name of it?
Richard 420 Gaming.
No, that's who you are. It's called Resident Evil 6, period.
Just Resident Evil 6, yeah.
Well, there's a period, so.
Oh, okay.
Did you mean to put a period?
Yeah.
Is it a sentence?
Yeah, I don't know.
And also, it's Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the headspace meditation. I sure did. And I'll see you on Resident Evil 6 with Richard 4.